Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have our 3-week update on this wax test we are currently doing on the test panel here. So yeah, 5 different products applied 3 weeks ago. Panel has sat outside in the sun. We actually had a lot of rain, as I'm sure you guys know, over the last few weeks here in Brisbane. There's a lot of flooding, so some crazy rain and some really hot days in between. So it's had a good mix of weather thrown at it. These are the 5 products that we have applied. So to quickly go through them, we have the Turtle Wax Ceramic Plus Graphene Paste Wax, the 75-year edition one, which I bought from the US on Amazon. I believe it's not available in Australia. We have Collinite number 476S. We have Bowden's own Beaut beads. We have Gyeon Q2 wax, and also Artdeshine Graphene Obsidian wax. So a couple of things I wanted to touch on in this. So we had a bit of a failure, not a failure, but at the 2-week mark, we noticed that 2 of the products are not looking the best. So I'm thinking, you know, they're on their way out. Just before I grabbed this was sitting out in the sun. The panel's actually quite hot to the touch. I was just having a good look at how each of the products are looking in the sun. Now, I can still clearly see, like it's not really noticeable in here as much, but outside I can clearly see a difference in the products, you know, the outlines of where the wax is applied. From the start, the Artdeshine was the one that added the most it made it like darker, the panel, like it really definitely added to the color of this paint. And it's actually still clearly the one that's sort of the darkest. It's really making the paint pop. So it's still there doing something. It's just the hydrophobics have kind of started to wear off, which I was surprised by. I just sort of had a bit of a look, stood there and watched it for a minute or so in the sun, trying to get different angles on each of the products. The Turtle Wax, not really seeing too much of a difference. It's still definitely slightly darker, but it's now the least noticeable that it has a product on it. In here, I can actually see it a little bit more, but so maybe, yeah, I'm wrong, but yeah, the Collinite, the Bowden, the Gyeon, they all looked great. I'd say the Artdeshine still really is up there. So that's unfortunate because the hydrophobics are basically gone. So yeah, I just figured, you know what, if you want your paint to look really good and you're not as worried about hydrophobics and you want it to last, you know, looking like that for a little while, maybe you could grab one of their quick detailer products to use as a drying aid or a quick detailer to add some hydrophobics. I haven't tested these out, so I don't know how hydrophobic these 2 are, but I've got the Artdeshine Bio Nano Pro and the Artdeshine Graphene Detailer. This one looks like most of the graphene has kind of stuck to the bottle. But yeah, these I'm sure you could use to just sort of add some more hydrophobic. I will be doing videos testing these out in the future, but I just thought I'd add that. The other thing I wanted to quickly touch on is the Gyeon wax. So at the start I had a lot of people ask me why I don't have Fuso coat or Fuso coat, however you pronounce that, in this wax test. I did actually buy it for this test, but after doing some more research and a few people talking to me about it, I found that it's actually not, even by the company themselves, considered to be a wax. It's a paste sealant. Seems like the Gyeon is in the kind of same realm. It's not really a wax, although Gyeon call it a wax. It's, yeah, more of a fluorine wax is what they call it on the back. So yeah, not really like a Canuba, not really the same type of thing, but still just thought I'd mention that because I had a few people reaching out saying, well, you know, you included the Gyeon but not the Fuso, same sort of thing. I don't know if it's the same thing, but yeah, this is called wax, so I got it. It's applied like a wax, so yeah, just thought I'd put that out. But yeah, so that said, probably a longer intro than I wanted to do. I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna rinse this down. Like I said, it's had some serious weather thrown at it over the last few weeks. So let me just get my hose set up. So it's pretty dirty, copped a lot of rain. So yeah, we're gonna go give it a good rinse. You see, 3 middle products all look great still. Just absolutely loving these 3 in the middle, the Collinite, the Bowdens, and the Gyeon. But yeah, like I was saying, Artdeshine, not quite as hydrophobic as it was. Turtle Wax, not quite hydrophobic as it was. But all 5 are still there doing something. But before we get too far, we'll give it a quick wash. So Get some Capro reset as our contact wash. All right, so we have given it our contact wash. Let's go ahead, rinse that down. So it should be nice and clean. Okay, so with that all clean and rinsed down, what I want to do now is just want to try and flood each section, see how hydrophobic they are. So starting off with the turtle wax. So as you can see, we are pretty much able to completely flood that. Starts to sort of sheet the water away as we do from the sides there. And then, yeah, it's running off, sheeting off. Definitely sheets the whole thing off. A little bit slower than we'd like, because if we compare it straight away to the Collinite, you can see that holding that there, we aren't able to flood all that entire section. It's just too hydrophobic still, so definitely a clear difference. So if you just had the turtle wax on your car, you think, oh yeah, it's not too bad. Well, that water's coming straight off, but comparing it directly to something applied at the same time, you can see a clear difference. Just gonna move the camera over a little bit. I just want to come over so we can see some more of the products. So go with the Bowden zone now. You can see it's still extremely hydrophobic. We're not able to flood that entire section either. The water just comes straight off. So yeah, that's really nice. That's doing great. Coming over to the Gyeon. Gyeon still looks amazing. Gyeon, by the way, is probably the smaller section. I actually stuffed up with the tape line and it actually narrows out at the top. But yeah, Gyeon looks great. So yeah, I reckon still the Gyeon, most hydrophobic. That water just doesn't stick to it at all. And then lastly, let's just move this camera over a tiny bit more to the Artdeshine. So you can see it is just currently soaked, so we'll just flood that. So yeah, you can see we can flood that entire section, and the water starting to sheet up from the bottom there. It is pretty slow. So it's going to dry. You can see it actually making its way around. So yeah, there it goes. So it's sheeting off. It's still there. It still looks good, I gotta say. Like if you had your whole car done and sitting in the sun at a show, you would be very happy with that product. Just the hydrophobics, for me, that's something that I would prefer. Not prefer, but I'd like it to have both, such as the Gyeon, Bowdens and the Collinite seem to. Really hydrophobic and making the paint look really good. Artdeshine looks really good, so yeah, I'm gonna think maybe if you buy that, you want to just use a quick detailer, just to give it some extra hydrophobics. But yeah, you can see it's sheeting the water off, it's drying it. So yeah, not completely gone or anything. It's still, like I said, the looks are still there, but yeah, that is where we're at. So now, wait for that to fully dry. I'm gonna put the hose into a mist function. I'm just gonna go over and check what the beading is like on each of these products. All right, so let's go over this. Mist onto the panel. And let's check out some beads. One of the products has the word bead in its name, so that's the important thing. But I personally love getting a nice beading product. So there we go. I think we got that nice and even all the way around. So I will revert back to the other camera. And we'll go over each product. So we'll start over here at the Artdeshine. So yeah, as you can see, just like the hydrophobics when they're trying to flood it, the same thing for beads, not looking great. Still obviously different to the plain untouched section, a little bit, but yeah, pretty much not really beating up. Coming over to the Gyeon, had a few runs, water running off here, so there's no beads in little sections, but yeah, you can see, look at those Nice tight round beads. Really, really nice. So basically untouched from when we applied. So yeah, pretty happy with this product so far. Coming over to the Bowden Zone, and also looking great. So yeah, as you can see those. Don't know if they're as perfect and round as they were, but I think I put a little bit more water over this section, so these beads are a little bit bigger, so harder to tell. Actually, yeah, no, these are about the same when I compare to when some of the larger bead sections in the Gyeon look about the same. So yeah, Bowden's also living up to its name of Beaut beads. Coming over now to the Collinite, and yeah, it's about the same. So Gyeon, Bowden's and Collinite all looking great, all pretty much the same as when we first applied, which is good. So we're only 3 weeks in, so we expect them to be lasting this long. So yeah, these are all looking great. And the turtle wax, it's nothing like the Artdeshine, but it's also nothing like the other three, the Collinite, Bowden's and Gyeon. It's not looking as good, it's not looking as bad as the Artdeshine, but yeah, I'm gonna say a little bit disappointing. I kind of had a bit of a go at turtle wax in last week's video. I just think they're a little bit overhyped. I'm not getting the results. I think Seal and Shine, killer, great product. And I will do a video on that now because I've been talking about how much I like it. It's been so long since I used it, but it, for me, always performed really well. I just feel like any of the new turtle wax products are the ones that are really hyped. They're just not living up. If you compare this Collinite, which was like $40, to this turtle wax, which is significantly more expensive. I can't even talk today. You can see the difference. So yeah, there we go. What I'll do now, we've checked the beads out, grab the hose, hold the mist on, and just sort of watch the way the water reacts. So you can see for that Artdeshine, slowly starting to run away. Coming over to the Gyeon, so look at the difference in the way that is hitting, and it is instantly gone. So, I mean, a clear difference. So it depends which type of product you want. Coming to the Bowdens. So, yep. Also, water will not actually stick to it. Runs off. It's definitely not as hydrophobic as the Gyeon, but there's not much in it. So both looking great. I'm going to say the Gyeon is definitely the most hydrophobic. So the Gyeon, the Collinite and the Bowdens, they look pretty much identical. And you can see the water pulling around where the water is contacting onto the panel, whereas on the Gyeon, you can see instantly it's just beading. So yeah, not much in it, but I'm just going to say the Gyeon most hydrophobic. And the turtle wax, nothing in the same sort of class. And just to go over the beads again as we wrap the video up. So turtle wax, the Collinite, the Bowdens, the Gyeon, and the Artdeshine. So that is going to be it for our 3-week update, guys. So hopefully you are enjoying this test. If you are, definitely give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Those two things really do help the channel, help YouTube to know that people are enjoying it and engaging with the videos, and then causes them to then sort of share and spread the video to more people who hadn't previously watched. So if you want to help me out, just go ahead and do that. Subscribe if you're not already. If you would like to help the channel out with buying the future products to test, then you can always do so by buying me a beer at buymeacoffee.com. Coffee, beer, whatever you like. It's $5 each. If you want to buy me a few, you buy me a 6-pack. If you want to buy me none, that's fine. Either way, any money that you guys donate does go back into the channel to help me buy more products for future tests. And if there's anything you want to see tested, then let me know. Always appreciate that too. But yeah, with all that said, that's going to be it for today. So until next time we have our 1-month update, I will catch you guys later.